Bro fist to you all. I am Madge. I am one Madge boy, and I hate it, and I hate everything because all the cool people are currently gathering for CrawlerCon in Holland, and I'm here in Manchester. I am here because it's Mother's Day. We've got to celebrate Mother's Day. I'm not salty about it at all. I'm not even remotely salty about it. That, like, I'm seeing all the pictures now of everyone gathering and drinking and getting food and enjoying themselves together. But of course, Mother's Day cannot be interrupted. No, Mother's Day is like a time-honored tradition invented by some card company, I think. But we must celebrate the mothers in our lives. We must... What a load of shit. What a load of shit. What the fuck do I get for Father's Day? Nothing. Nothing. I get nothing for Father's Day. I get absolutely nothing. Fuck it. Whatever. We're going to have a good time regardless, aren't we, friends? We're going to have a good time regardless. Although, apparently, one thing we were really hoping for was another big meetup this year where we're trying to do everything we can to see you guys. But apparently, nobody got any tickets to FanFest except me. For some reason, I won the lottery and I get to go. But nobody else really in the community got any tickets, which is a fucking bummer. A big old bummer. Yes, Mother's Day is this Sunday here in the UK. You did? Oh, good. Because I am going. I won the lottery. I got some tickets. And we're hoping if some people have reached out to us already, if you're not using your +1, reach out to us and we'll see if we can pair up with people in the community that you know. And the rest of the team would like to go as well. Would be nice. So we're doing that. We're going to start out something on Discord for it. And get it organized because they're making it very hard. Apparently only 4,000 people are getting to go. I expected like 15, which is, you know, the kind of... I'm basing everything I know on BlizzCon. Obviously, it is not going to be like that. So it's a much smaller event that's going on, which is a bit of a bummer. A bit of a bummer. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do to make dreams come true. Don't let your dreams be memes. I'm sure a lot of people signed up and maybe aren't actually going, but... Never know if you're going to win the lottery. Never know. Yeah, if you message Chris, we'll get something organized because there's a ton of people in the community who are looking for tickets to try and go, and they don't go on sale for a while. Oh, good. Stop sending me pictures during drama time of you guys having a good time because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. What are you watching drama for if you're having such a good time? Hey? Hey? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Yeah? What do you think of that? I'm going to have a wonderful weekend with my son, who is currently patiently waiting for me in the other room as Emma and my other son are off on their fun. They're having travels. They're enjoying themselves, playing with horses and doing all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. It's been a fantastic week. We have completed XCOM 2 with only 12 deaths. I think that's a solid result, honestly. I think that's a solid result. We had a wonderful memorial to them. Those soldiers fought hard. And then they perished, which is the way it is. No, 27 is not true. 27 includes reloads where we scienced things, all right? We checked things to figure out how mechanics work. That doesn't count. The official score is actually 11. That's the official score. The guy who died in the tutorial, he doesn't count at all. Officially, it's 11 deaths. And I still did the last mission, despite everybody gambling against me that I would fail in one shot. That's right. One shot. Nobody died. This guy. Yeah? This guy. Gamer God. Struck again. We got some fun drama stories that Bex has left for us. Oh, we didn't change the font on this. Fuck. I forgot to do that. Can I fix this? Because it just looks wrong, doesn't it? It does. Hold. Hold. Can I type? Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Why is it so fat? Why is it all fat and dirty? Oh, it's not got... Oh, he's put a stroke on it, hasn't he? Oh, this frigging guy. This is Chris, this, making it all fancy. That's what it is. It's Chris making it all fancy. He's put a little stroke around it to make it all clear and nice. Almost there. That should be fine. I don't know. Oh well. It's what it is. It's what it is. We'll be fine. Stories we got lined up for today. a prenuptial agreement in Final Fantasy 14. How a guild died. Oh my god. And we have a reply from the author who last week gave me an actual heart attack. Trying to explain that they needed to finish raiding 15 minutes early because they were just wiped out. It was just too much. They couldn't handle it. They needed to finish 15 minutes early. It was it was a hell of a thing. But maybe they have some justification for us, guys. Maybe there's another side to the story that we're not considering. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But let's find out. I think I want to start with that. I'm curious as to what the reply might be. Here we go. Okay, it's not particularly long. Okie dokie. Okay. All right, let's go with this one. I need to know the answers. It starts, Dear Mike and Chat, so I figure this is probably correct. Update on, what was it called? Loot for the team. Loot for the team. So if you missed this story or you've not caught it on YouTube or any of our audio streaming services, this was somebody who just was too tired after an hour and 45 minutes of raiding and a few wipes and told the guild that they were just finished for the night and went and played the game on their own. I couldn't understand why the team might be a bit pissed at someone just upping and going 15 minutes before raid end and just calling it a GG. All right, let's see what they have to say. Dear Mike, team, and the wonderful chat. The wonderful chat, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for reading my little Guild Wars 2 tale of me who couldn't last 2 hours of raiding. I can't fix the text. I don't know what the fucking problem is with it. I wish I could tell you what it is. It's a complete duplication of the other one. Yeah. Is there... there's no effects on it or anything. I don't know. I don't know, dudes. I don't know. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's because... I think it's this. Yeah. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah. It was in a small font. So it looks distorted. That's what it was. There you go. There you go. Saved. Yeah, we got there. All right. I have no hard feelings. I have no arguments or pleading for long-winded update to curry favor. Okay, they're accepting their guilt. It was a fair, guilty judgment. You all easily pointed out that I am not cut out for static raiding. Correct. I really don't have the mindset. It was only 2 hours, though, and a few wipes. Go on, up, you couldn't. Especially after a long day of work and a 2-hour raid. I'm just messing. It wouldn't have killed me to stay 15 more minutes. It is what I agreed to do. Correct. I have not interacted with the team since. What a surprise. What a surprise. I wish them well here and hope they're having a good time. I am sorry for my behavior. Redemption arc? An actual drama redemption arc? Okay. I've pugged when works allows and managed to finish my armor set. My last few pure personal goals are all solo, so no chance of my flakiness affecting others. I don't buy it. It's a lie. It's a lie. My knees have been ever so slightly but surely getting more frustrating since then. Please all be kind to your knees. Turns out arthritis is a pain in the ass. I have arthritis in my left ankle. I am fully aware of how annoying it is. Gutted about your office as well. Praying for a quick turnaround. Thank you again. Oh, that's the update. Oh, the update is they're changed. They're a reformed individual. And once again, Drama Time has applied its cleansing ointment to another member of society. I think it's safe for us to say that this is the place for the best MMO rehab available in the entire world. And we should all pat ourselves on the back. We should all pat ourselves on the back for being those contributors to doing that. Well done, everybody. Well done. You're all good people. Right, let's find out what this prenup is. FF prenup. Can we guess what this might be about? An FF prenup. I suspect this is some... If I was to guess, this is an overly friendly boy who is not taking the we're not actually dating for real, right? That's what it feels like to me. This is somebody who is desperately, desperately in love, and the other person's like, dude, we're not actually dating, right? We're just in frame. That's what I'm guessing. All right, let's go. Hey, chat and preacher. A bro fist to every single one of you. This is the short story about the marriage contract I made after my friend kept asking me to marry him. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, it's not going to be anonymous. Oh, yeah. My friends and I are all huge fans of yours. I don't know where this story goes, but if your friend is the... If this story is going to go the way I think it might go, I apologize in advance. But it's not my fault. You submitted this tale. Okay? It is not my fault. Some of us have even had the opportunity to meet you. Oh, God. Who are you? Okay. We brag about this to one of our friends who never seems to be able to get to see you. One of them suggested recently that we send this tale to you. For context, during Shadowlands, we all began playing FF14 more. And finally, our other friend, Ritterston, joined us in the game. Okay. Well, it says we have met... Oh, okay. It only says they've met us once. So, it could be an event. It could be PreachCon. Oh. Okay. Ritterston started asking me to marry him in Final Fantasy XIV a few months ago. After that, he kept asking, and we continued to meme about it until one night I decided that if I'm going to do this, we need a contract. You see, he doesn't really even play Final Fantasy XIV that much. He still prefers World of Warcraft and spends most of his time in FF14 modding his character to the point where it becomes a meme within our friend group. So why does he want to marry someone in game that he doesn't really play? He also finds the group content in 14 unnerving, and he also refuses to do the Mandeville quest, so he is confirmed poor. Okay. Imagine not liking Hildebrand. Disgusting. Disgusting. Confirmed poor. Does not like Hildebrand. Actual poor. So, one night while I was chilling, I drafted a contract with stuff like he would play more and added in a bunch of meme clauses. It was meant to be a joke. But now, every time he asks, I tell him to check the contract. I also gave Ritterstern the ability to add things to the contract. But as he doesn't really play the game, he's at a loss for any ideas and complains about how terrifying a contract seems. It's not real. You're not going to get in trouble. They're not going to knock on the door. Excuse me, sir. You are in violation of the contract clause 3.4. We'll be having all your gold, please. There are only 2 of us in our friend circle who considered the idea of marrying him. Why are you all getting married? You don't have to. I'm the only one and I'm the one who plays the game the most. So he still asks every day. I asked him why. Okay, we'll find out. Why? Why do you want this? Give me some perspective. And he told me, I only want to marry you for the cosmetics. Okay. To add to this, he isn't trying to get with me because I'm a lesbian. Oh, he is. Ah, that's... You poor naive fool. I must... Oh, you poor naive idiot. Look, I've got to tell you, as a supremely hetero male, where lesbians are just a potential 3-way. That's all that is. That's all that is. You know what I mean? The idea that there's no possibility just doesn't enter our heads. It's not even there. It just means there's more potential. That's all it means. That's all it means. So I hear lesbian, so there's 2 of you. I'm not trying to fix anybody. You can stay a lesbian. Just let me join in. Why can't I join in? Eh? You segregated me? Yeah? In 2023? You gotta block me? Wow. Wow. Actually outrageous. Actually outrageous. You're just not going to let me join in. All right. Fine. I didn't think that's how we were playing things. I thought we were all inclusive these days. All right. Yeah, it's bollocks. He's a straight man. Again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ritterstern also keeps asking to start a free company so we can all get a house together. Okay. But he doesn't want to farm Gil or do anything crafting-wise. Somebody else do it for me. He sounds like me. Is this about me? No, it's not. Now, when I read this to him, he said I was making that last bit up because he has more Gil than I do, but not enough for a free company house. When reading this out to Ritterstern, he kept saying, I hate this. We can't do contracts. Please stop. But still didn't say no to actually sending the contract. Ladies and gentlemen, I've enclosed the terrifying contract for you to read to see if you have any ideas of what we can add to it for him. Oh, we're doing the creative work for you. Okay. Jesus Christ, this looks official. Let me bring this up on the screen. I'll still read it. This actually looks like pretty regulation. Okay, here we go. This Final Fantasy XIV benefit marriage contract. The parties, this section 1, this FF14 benefit marriage contract is made between the client and the contractor, and Bex is filled in ducks there. Thanks, Bex. The general FF14 benefit marriage contract obligations. This benefit contract agreement is made of the day and so the dates and ducks. Yeah, this is Bex fucking adding ducks in because she's got some sort of duck fetish. I don't know what's going on there. Quack, quack. The party agree as follows. The client shall perform the following described work in accordance with duck specifications. This agreement and any change as defined herein. The client must get ducks to the top of Kugani Tower. Requires lookout point acquisition and other jumping puzzles. Pass. Hard pass. I've done it twice and I'm never doing it again. I don't care what you guys fucking sub or do for what. Charities will burn before I will do this fucking thing again. The client must occasionally play FF14 content with ducks. During ducks hyperfixations, the length of hyperfixations is indeterminate. This includes but is not limited to raids, duties, hanging out in game, role-playing, and events. Adding role-playing in there is a bit much. Like, playing the game, sure, but this is a World of Warcraft player. Throwing role-play in is a bit harsh. The client will provide ducks housing permissions if client receives a house. Client will be the male-gendered version of the marriage bond. The client will be forfeiting their soul to ducks, therefore granting conservatorship to ducks. So ducks is the substitute name that Bex has put in for the author of the tale. Oh god, it carries on. Ducks shall perform the following tasks for the client. The client may offer to put in 2 requests of ducks for implementation if approved by ducks. 1. The illusion of carries. Ducks is not a real carry, but hey. Housing permissions. Though doubtful if ducks receives a house, the client may receive housing permissions. Offer excluded if client does not expect housing decoration and themes. Okay. The annulment of the marriage contract. Ducks gets the house if a house is acquired during the time of marriage and retains ownership of client's soul. See, you get everything? Should the marriage not work out, you get everything, is what I'm seeing. And this doesn't seem particularly fair. Huh. Yeah, okay. Oh, the contract does continue with the signatures that need to be put at the end. I want marriage to be fair, right? Oh, wait. This is continuing. Jesus Christ. All right, so they've got signatures to be signed. Whereas the parties intend to marry each other and whereas the parties wish to provide for their respective rights and obligations with respect to their own and each other's assets and property, including the assets of each party separately owned before the marriage, and the assets ducks may acquire during the marriage, in the event the marriage is terminated for any reason. Whereas each party has made full, fair, and reasonable disclosure to the other party of their information regarding marriage terms set forth in Exhibit A. To this, you tried really hard to make this sound official, and it's nonsense. to this agreement. The first party's terms set forth in Exhibit 1 to this agreement. The second party's terms set in Exhibit 1 to this agreement. Yeah, okay. And then, there's a signature by Ducks, signed and witnessed, and 100%, there's a label. 100% authenticated and guaranteed. Wow. Okay. That means it's official. There's a picture on it. And it's got a watermark. So, yeah. If it's not obvious, I cannot take his soul. So we can all relax on that one, guys. Or take his house in Final Fantasy XIV. Most of it is jokes, obviously, but I am somewhat proud of my creation. Can you think of anything he should add into this contract before we sign it? Yeah. Should you break the marriage, you have to go and play World of Warcraft with him. It's all very one-sided, right? You have to go to World of Warcraft. You have to take part in Mythic Plus. You have to take part in raids. You have to enjoy all the things that go on over in World of Warcraft. You have to take part in his crafting expedition, farming his resources, collecting his dragon glyphs, farming his renown with him. You have to do all those things. You do. Yeah, you do. Because a marriage is a partnership, right? No two people are identical. Everybody has different goals and dreams. And therefore, if you are going to be married, then you should share in his dreams as well. I would also add to this an addendum. You also need to get married in World of Warcraft and tell everybody that you're married in World of Warcraft. There should be a little ceremony. You've got a little circle of friends, and it should all be attended so everybody knows that you two are married in World of Warcraft as well. I think that's a start. I think that's a good start to get things on an even keel, because that's all that needs to happen here is an even keel, right? I think that's a good idea. I think it's pretty fair. It's not evil. It's all very FF orientated. Why not join in with a little bit of freedom, a little bit of fun for everyone else? All right. How evil? Contract's dead. If it's not one-sided, I'm not signing it. Okay. I'm not sure if this next tale is really sad. Okay, this might be a really sad one. We haven't had a really sad story for a while, but maybe this is the same. General Lucifer. We need a guild name for our live audience here who is joining us on a Friday afternoon. Although I did have to end the stream early before, but that is the way it goes. A captain goes down with his ship. All right, we need a guild name from our live audience here. The Disciples of Destiny. I have no context for what the guild name needs to be. Contracts are us. Okay, I like that. Contracts are us. All right, here we go. Please don't be too sad. Hello, preacher in the audience. I hope you're all doing well. I was introduced to Drama Time a few years ago by my boyfriend, before I got back into World of Warcraft after a very long hiatus, and we've been watching it together ever since. Hello! I hope you're having a good time. However, now is the time for me. It is now my time to share with you a tale. This is a woeful tale of how a once great guild master, who was loved, respected by his fellow guildmates, held to the pillar of excellence, fell from grace, and went down with the once magnificent ship that he built. Have they been one guide? Have they been one guide? Is this a guild that got one guide and they didn't deal with it properly? Maybe. We are, of course, heading into the dark, 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 dark world of the Shadowlands, and was birthed from the dying embers of my very first raiding guild. I joined this first guild initially when some of my IRL friends invited me. Okay, we've got an IRL group. Risky. However, I was, and I still am, pretty shit. I have never raided since the Shadowlands. I have never raided or done any endgame content at all. I was sometimes allowed to join alt raids, but I was never allowed to take part in any raid progression. I was fine with this, I enjoyed the social aspect of being in a guild and running very low M+ with my guildies. However, as 9.2 crept over the distant horizon, I had garnered more experience. I had become better. I had grown. I had developed. But it very soon became clear to each of us that the guild wouldn't live to see the next raid. One by one, members trickled out of the guild. During this time, I quietly prepared to join them and either find a new guild or go on a solo adventure in the MMO world. Now, so they just died. Okay, so the guild was dying because of Shadowlands. I think that's what's happened here. The guild died because of Shadowlands. Now, one thing I should tell you about me is that I am not a brilliant or very confident player, and I struggle with severe anxiety in real life. Yeah, I've bumped into a few more of those people recently, and it made me rethink my thoughts on how M+ is. I was very dismissive for a long time. Like, the timer in M+ apparently causes a lot of stress on a lot of people, and they just don't do that at all. Like, it really just, like, the fact that there's even if it's easy and the timer doesn't mean anything, people just start falling apart. And if someone dies and it costs seconds, and it looks like you're getting penalized and all that kind of stuff, and they make a bad pull. Yeah, a timer is something that I found more and more people who are just like, I'm just not playing it. Like, as soon as I see a clock ticking on what I need to do, I'm out. I actually felt a little bit like that in XCOM in the early game. It was like, you're rushing me and I don't want to do that. So, hugging endgame content such as raids and M+, without friends or guildies to support me, is nerve-wracking. When I know that most of the players are also significantly better than I am and will rip me to shreds for the slightest mistake. I don't think it's as bad as all that. At least, but it's hard for me to say. I've not experienced it, so I don't know. I've definitely fucked up in groups, and as a streamer, people have seen me do that, but never has it, like, fallen apart or raged. I don't think it's as bad, but it can be. It can be. There's some real douche nozzles out there. However, I get deeply immersed in the lore and the world of Azeroth, despite its obvious flaws, so that outweighs the toxicity that I have faced. The idea of finding a new guild, new people, strangers, no IRL people, it was daunting. As was the idea of going the rest of the expansion alone. But I kept looking, hoping to find some guild who felt friendly, welcoming, somewhere I could perhaps just call a home, even for a little while. One fateful day, sometime later, I saw a listing on the group finder for Heroic Sylvanas Run, with a guild calling for any and all players who were patient enough to help them learn. Brave thing to put in the group finder. There's a lot of people not joining that group. There's a lot of people. Now, I had done normal Sylvanas on an alt raid with my guildies. I kind of knew what was going on, despite being pretty shit. I was good enough at the time to manage myself in a fight like this, having gotten decent gear and a good item level from running M+ with guildies on a regular. So, I looked in the mirror, and I asked myself, if they want patient players because they're learning the boss, how can I lose in this scenario? Maybe this is my opportunity to do something good. So I took a deep breath, and I signed up to join them, and much to my surprise, a group invite appeared almost immediately. And before I knew it, I was standing on the top of Torghast, staring into the fiery eyes of the Dark Lady herself. I did the usual things. Hello! And thanked them for inviting me. And the Guildmaster, General Lucifer, gave me one of the friendliest welcomes I could have hoped for. He invited me to their Discord server to discuss what they thought were the tactics. Everything seemed so good and honest. But Discord, though, my heart started to beat very quickly. I had never been shouted at over voice comms for making a mistake before. All the people I had spoken to had all been friendly and understanding if I made a mistake. So what if they yelled at me over voice? What if I screwed up? What if there was a screamer in there like I'd seen on YouTube videos? I thought about it for a few seconds. And said, despite my fears, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and accept the invitation considering the friendly welcome and the message for the group. As soon as I joined the voice channel, my ears were bombarded with enthusiastic welcomes from guild members. It calmed me down. They were so friendly, so inviting. They were so happy to have someone join their group. Apparently, it's an inside joke that most pugs can't figure out how Discord works. And most of the people they send the invite to just never join. So they deem it as already a huge win if you are capable of joining their Discord. Wow. Amazing. Wow! This is a real gamer. Woo! Lucifer, welcome me to the guild. Contracts are us. We've got a really inappropriate guild name for this. They're the Friendly Welcome Care Bear Guild, and they're called Contracts are us. You guys fucked up. You fucked up, audience. You guys fucked right up. And he explained the guild's tactics so far that they had figured out on Sylvanas. I said I've never done this on Heroic and apologized in advance for any mistakes I might make. I was extremely nervous at this point as it was almost go time. I was surprised. When I said this out loud, General Lucifer and members of the guild were very understanding. They reassured me that as long as I wasn't going to rage quit or freak out, it's fine. This helped me relax even more and focus on a lot more. And we continued to wipe on Sylvanas for the rest of the evening. Bummer. Sylvanas Heroic wasn't that easy, though. To be fair, depending on the group size, Sylvanas Heroic could be a pain in the ass. Despite not killing the boss, we had so much fun that they said, come back next week when we're going to be trying this again. So I did. And this continued until the day my current guild died for good, and I officially became a member of Contracts Are Us. Now, my time with Contracts Are Us was amazing. It was everything I wanted from a guild. They were social, active, friendly, and they saw that I was a struggling moonkin and assigned one of their top guild druids to help me out. Weeks this person spent with me. Weeks of rigorous training. Gave me an add-on pack, weak auras, learning how to read Warcraft logs, learning all the details of my class, and I'm very proud to say, I got better. I am now above average. Still a noob, but an above average noob. And that's where I was looking to get to. However, I have been told that I am much better than I was. Now comfortably achieving the average DPS recommended in my sims. Everyone in the guild was lovely. Both as people and players. General Lucifer was the greatest GM. One of the best I have ever raided with. He was kind. He was calm. He was level-headed. He was fair. He was relaxed. He was funny. And he valued all of us as real people with real lives and feelings behind the screen. He wanted everyone to feel like a valued member of the guild and helped each other as improve as players and meet the milestones that we wanted to reach. Whether it be ahead of the curve, Keystone Master, no matter your skill, everybody was invited to raid. As long as you, of course, had appropriate gear and weren't looking to leech, which included myself. Meaning that in my time, I got to witness the camaraderie, the blood, the sweat, and the tears that comes from a good guild tackling endgame content. Some raid nights were harder and more frustrating than others, but we stuck together and we pushed on, progressing on Heroic Sylvanas for weeks on end until that fateful night when the Banshee Queen finally lay defeated. That night was one of celebration. We planted our guild banner down over her body and took a guild picture together, a tradition we kept for whenever we killed a boss during any raid progression. It seemed perfect. It seemed like I had found the perfect home, somewhere I enjoyed. I wouldn't be writing to you if it was to end that way. The beginning of the end began when Dragonflight was revealed. Now, don't get me wrong. We were all immensely excited for the new expansion and the positive changes we hoped it would bring to the game after Shadowlands. However, something in General Lucifer changed that day. When we heard the news of the live reveal, we all decided to do a guild watch-along in Discord. So we streamed the event and all watched together, reacting to the new expansion in real time, and it was a great, great laugh. But General Lucifer seemed quiet, disheartened, as every new feature was revealed, starting with the Drakthea. Why? It can't be dislike dragons, right? That's too easy. Why? Why would you... What would turn you off about the Dragonflight reveal? It can't just be dragons. He's gonna call it woke or something? I don't think so. Furry shit? Not in a game with Vulpera. Dragons aren't as gonna fall as that category as much as Vulpera. Alexstras's new outfit? Maybe super like Sylvanas? No, because that happened in Shadowlands. That wasn't a Dragonflight reveal. Maybe he doesn't like Stony Boys. Stony Boy was a big deal, right? With every feature, our guild hooted and hollered and were excited about it. But he had a complaint. He complained... Oh, okay, we've got the complaints. He complained that the Drakthea having bloodlust made shamans useless. But, like, multiple other classes have bloodlust already. And this feels like somebody looking to pick holes, right? I've only had that one sentence, but it already feels like somebody who is desperately trying to find something to have go wrong. He complained that the Drakthea having a bloodlust would make shamans useless. He then said, who asked for dragon riding? He then went on to say that dragon riding would make getting from point A to point B more complicated and time-consuming. Nope. Nope. And that he was pissed Master Loot wasn't coming back. But it is, though. It is back. It is back. No, this is picking holes. It was odd. This is, super friendly, super nice guild master. It was just strange coming from him, as we all wanted to be optimistic to play together in another expansion. In the end, we started to ignore his complaints. And all agreed that we'll make our judgments if any of us got beta access and when the game came out. But it was only the beginning. From that moment on, General Lucifer changed completely. He started doing the plus 20 keys with the officers for a while to get Keystone Hero and distanced himself from those who weren't doing keys that high. And if people asked for help getting Keystone Master, where normally he would finish the run he was doing and help happily, he just started to stop replying. He began blatantly ignoring people. Or saying that he would finish his current run and help like the old guy would do, but then immediately jump into a different key until the person asking for help just gave up. When he did sometimes help people with their keys, he started logging them almost obsessively and bragging about the passes he was getting. I think this is somebody who wants to go mythic. And he thinks you're all shit. I think this is somebody who's got tired of helping other people and wants to move up. That's my guess. That would be my guess. If he started logging and passing, even dungeons and stuff, this is somebody who wants to move on. But because he's guild master, he thinks it will kill the guild. I'm projecting here because this is what happened to me. This is what I did, and I totally killed my guild. But I needed to move on, dude. What are you going to do? I mean, this is what I did. If you listen to story time on YouTube, this is exactly what I did. So, yeah, there's some projection here. But this is what I did. I started to get really annoyed with everybody who was really shit around me because I didn't understand why they couldn't get better. None of us said anything because it wasn't hurting anyone, and we presumed that he was improving himself. So we let him get on with it. However, he then brought this new attitude to the raids. He would brag about being at the top of the damage meters as a prop paladin. What? And topping the healing meters at the same time. He's the top DPS as a prop paladin. Yeah, this maybe my projection is correct here. Yeah. I mean, they must be decent. You're not killing heroic Sylvanas with prop paladin being top DPS. Unless it's towards the end of the expansion. It's mega nerfed, maybe? Okay. Well, okay. And he would also claim and also point out that he was topping the healing meters at the same time. But never told others of the same class how he did it to help them improve. I mean, it's a prop paladin. They only have like 4 buttons. Like, you throw your free heals on other people, right? you just drop Venthyr and call it a GG. that's all you do. You drop a Venthyr and you GG it. It honestly, though, started killing our entire morale. I mean, not just mine, but the whole guild. The environment became toxic. Especially for our healers. Constantly being told how he was doing better than them while tanking. And then making it sound like he wasn't even trying. It became difficult to do any content with him outside of raiding. Because he only wanted to run dungeons with those who, in his words, and I had never heard him use this phrase until after the Dragonflight reveal, people on his level. I don't game with the lows. You are low people and you will not waste my time. Yeah, get the fuck out. Get the fuck away from me. I don't know what was going on, but he felt like he had become a completely different person. However, there was a point of no return. He rage quit during Season 4, after apparently not getting any loot for 7 Mythic Plus runs. Pff, amateur. What a pussy. Look, dude, it's World of Warcraft. You want a good item? That's going to be at least 20 hours investment. I'm sorry, but that is the nature of the beast. Other than that, you got to throw gold at Echo or a Liquid, and then you'll get a load of gear. That's the way it's going to be. If you're going to try and gear yourself up in World of Warcraft, you got to throw some motherfucking hours at that shit, right? Hours at that bitch. That's the only way that's going to work out. Or you got to wait for your vault. That's the way it's going to be. 1 hour before our raid night. 1 hour. And we remember this distinctly. He made an announcement. He was quitting the game until Dragonflight, and the officers immediately asked for a Discord conversation. They tried to calm him down, encourage him. You think about it, it's just fucking Mythic Plus, bro. That gear is dog shit anyway. Don't make any final decisions. But he revealed that he had already cancelled his sub and uninstalled the game in the time it had taken him to join the Discord call. What the fuck is... I'm wary of bitching on this guy in case he's had some sort of IRL mental breakdown. I used to raid with an alcoholic and it was weird sometimes. That guy uninstalled the game and then the next day was completely fine. It was fucking crazy. It was super weird. Like, would be a rage beast. And then the next day was like totally fine, absolutely normal. Yeah, I think there's some IRL stuff going on here. As you can imagine, 1 hour before the raid, the Guildmaster quitting put us in a bit of a difficult position. We had no GM until Dragonflight, which if mishandled could kill the guild. We had lost one of our tanks, and we asked him to appoint a temporary GM if he's going to take a break. He said, no, I'm not giving up the GM title. Oh my fucking god. Will you drink some jism? What are you doing? He said to help balance the council while he was gone, he appointed me as a new officer. For my optimistic outlook on the game, I hoped I could bring a woman's touch to the guild. At the time, I was the only woman in the guild and went MIA. How long does somebody need to... If the account's cancelled, can't you take the GM title? Because I know we did it, because Alex wouldn't I think Alex wouldn't reactivate his WoW account, so Kenny just contacted Blizzard and got the GM title. It's 3 months. Something like that. 90 days. All right, so 3 months. Okay. Honestly, of course, we feared. Our guild was fine, just now missing a GM, and we worried that this was going to be the end of contracts for us. Everybody was just upset. This was our leader, our pillar of the community, one of the most friendly, helpful people we had ever met in World of Warcraft, and a great leader who had just suddenly changed and now was gone. We were angry and we were all confused. But from the ashes, one of our officers stepped up. Vix. Vix said, I got this. Well played, Vix. Well played. When Bald, Fat and Ugly decided that they were done, nobody stepped up because nobody wanted that fucking shit. It's over and we know it. And it's done. It is done. And it's over and it's done. Vix just said, I got this. And said he will manage the guild until General Lucifer comes back. And we'll run the raids as best we could if we all still want to play together. We can only give it a try, right? That was the consensus amongst the guild. All we can do is give it a try. So we gave Vix a chance at managing the guild in General Lucifer's absence. We all liked each other. We were all friends. We all loved the way the guild ran. We loved our speed of progress. It was fine. We all still wanted to play together. None of us wanted to go off finding a new guild because technically only one person had left. So Vix went ahead with our fated Castle Nathria raid as planned, and with the help of another friend that I play D&D with acting as our co-tank for the night, we smashed the fuck out the raid. All was good. Daddy Denathrius fell to the floor. It lifted everyone's spirits. It showed that the guild was more than one man. We weren't being carried. We could do this. It's fine. The guy wants a break. No problem. We can still push forward without him. It meant there was hope for contracts for us. And we hoped, of course, that General Lucifer would be proud to see that even with his taking a break, we pushed on. We kept this fucking ship afloat. But we were wrong. Oh, we hoped the guild would die. Oh, he tried to get an out. Yay. Oh, God, I see it. He thought he was the glue. But you're not glue. You're not glue at all. You squirty cheese. That's all you are. You sticky, squirty cheese, but you're very replaceable. This just feels like somebody who wants to leave, but doesn't want to leave. Like, just wants the guild to go away, and then he's free to go and do what he wants to do. I should add here, Vix was a fucking gangster. He was a tremendous leader. He has a childish sense of humor, but he never kept secrets. He kept us informed of what was going on. Did literally everything he could to keep that guild running. Helped everyone get where they needed to be and made it very clear to everyone in the guild that he had no interest in becoming GM and not usurp General Lucifer. And as soon as General Lucifer was ready to come back and join us, Vix would step down and let General Lucifer return as the guild leader. No questions asked. It was a temporary plan so that we could all still play together until General Lucifer sorted out whatever was bothering him. However, General Lucifer did not see it that way. Messages started to appear. Why? You're not even playing the game. Just keeping in touch, are you? Just keeping in touch. That's a dude who checked the disc. I guarantee you, I can fucking play this in my mind like a movie. This guy, like, rage quit, Had his officer meeting. I'm uninstalling. I'm fucking done. I might be back later. Whatever. And then immediately logged out of the call on Discord and then watched for the guild to burn. Like, sat in the main thread on Discord waiting for the guild to burn. Probably sat there for like 3 hours just watching, waiting for the next person to type a message. Something's coming in. I'm leaving. Is the guild dead? All that kind of shit. Literally just sat there waiting for it to fucking burn to the ground so he could be guilt-free and leaving. Just watching. He's like, yeah, I knew they couldn't do it without me. Fucking getting out of there. And then he's like, why is nobody posting any messages? I wonder if he tried to log on an alt or something to see, and then he saw they were all in the raid and was like, fuck. I bet somebody was streaming. That would have been the worst, right? He's watching the stream to see what the conversation's like, listening to the Discord without actually having to be on the Discord, and then he sees they're all fucking raiding, and they're doing well. They're killing all the bosses. Daddy D gets dicked. Son of a bitch. That guy is in a rage. That guy is a fucking molten time bomb of death waiting to explode. Messages started to appear. It was clear he was convinced that Vix was trying to poach the guild from under him. You're not even playing the fucking game, man. What are you talking about? Poach what? I refuse to help us put things into place to keep the guild alive. Let me give you some examples. When the other officers and I realized we could no longer access the guild bank's funds after General Lucifer left... Oh, you son of a bitch. We asked if you can give us access as we provide a lot of stuff for the raids. He logged back in, so he's reinstalled the game. That motherfucker didn't uninstall shit. That guy didn't uninstall a goddamn thing. And he gave one of the officers a temporary loan of 300k. Yeah, he's holding on to the guild bank. His plan might have been to see the guild fall apart so he could get the money. He made a point not to give the 300k to Vix. Okay. He then started to ignore our future request for help when the 300k had been burned through rather quickly, as you can imagine. He stayed in the guild Discord server and retained his guild leader role. But Distant wouldn't even cover it. We hardly ever heard from him. He hardly ever spoke in the server. Even when we welcomed new members and explained our leadership situation, he didn't reply. On the odd occasion he would type something in our Discord, it was to complain about World of Warcraft, the lore, and especially how shit Dragonflight looked. This fucking guy, fuck off, man. As the launch date for Dragonflight grew closer, his complaints became more and more frequent. It seemed every little detail he learned about Dragonflight was wrong, incorrect, not good, bad game. His favourite complaint was the upcoming Paladin talent tree and how Paladins were going to be unplayable, despite the well-known fact that the talent trees were still in beta and unfinished. They'll fix it before launch. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hey, Shadow Priest getting another rework, though. That's kind of cool, right? For like the 7th time in a couple of years. Pretty good. We're going to nail it this time. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. However, it came to a head. Oh, no. When we recruited a new guildie. And it turned out our new guildie didn't give a fuck about who the old GM used to be. Nice. I like it when that happens. Who the fuck are you? Go fuck yourself. Who are you? What do you mean? You haven't played a fucking game? Shut the fuck up. New recruit comes in like not asked. I have no commitment to this guild. I don't give a fuck. This guy's just bitching and complaining in the Discord all day. Fuck that guy. The new guildie mained a paladin. Oh, so he knows. He's been keeping up with it. He had read what General Lucifer was typing about the paladin changes and openly disagreed with him. It started calmly at first. He calmly explained why General Lucifer was wrong in his complaints, and paladins are just fine. Now, most people would handle something as nerdy as a little bit of class talk and conflict amicably. But no, not General Lucifer. Despite having never introduced himself to our new guild member, he immediately called that guildie an idiot for thinking that the talent tree was okay and quit the Discord server. Dude, your new guildie is a fucking hero. What an absolute hero. Walks in, shits on the dude, makes him quit the server. What up? What up? Just walks in, boom, enough said. Unbelievable. For all of us officers, it was extremely embarrassing. Why? Oh, because of how he behaved. And the rest of the guild became annoyed by General Lucifer's constant complaining and attempts to make us feel bad for being excited about a new expansion that most known content creators were saying had lots of potential. It does. Dragonflight's fun. However, this was only the calm before the storm, my friends. It became pretty clear to us that despite telling us he would, General Lucifer would not be returning after he revealed he hated Dragonflight already and refused to buy the expansion. Okay. That's your choice. No one's going to force you to play a game you don't want to play. And no one's going to force you to buy a game you don't want to buy. So Vic said, I got this. No problem. If that's going to be the case, you're not picking up Dragonflight, we'll just wait the 3 months. We'll just take the guild leader from him. But reassured us again that if he changed his mind and he wants to come back, it's his. I don't want to be GM, but I'll do it if we've got to do it. But if he wants to come back, then he can be in charge. However, oh no. Yo, fuck this guy. However, one day, several weeks later, out of nowhere, we logged in to find the guild message of the day had changed. The message of the day now read, Guild will be moving to a new realm in 30 days. More info will follow. I've never had a guild move. How does it work? If the GM pays for it, does it move every member of the guild to a new realm? Is that what happens? So if you're a member of that guild and the GM decides to move it, does it move everybody? No. Everybody has to pay individually, just the guild. Your guilder. So does it move the GM and the guild with him? It moves the name and the bank? But I assume it moves the GM, right? Somebody must be in the guild on the new server. So does it move it moves the GM, the bank, and the guild name. Okay, that makes sense. People were understandably very confused at seeing this message. But he wouldn't respond to any questions. When Vix logged in later that day, he immediately received a whisper from none other than General Lucifer. In all caps, don't try to take my guild from me. My guild, my choice. I do what I want with it. And then kicked Vix from the guild. This guy so desperately wanted that guild to fall apart. It's nutty. You fucked his entire ego trip. I would go as far as to say, assuming the story is accurate, all that helpful shit he was doing at the start of the game was a complete cover because he liked the attention. He just liked that everybody loved him. And then he thought, well, watch this. I can crush you all with a snap of my fingers. I can do it all. And then it didn't happen. Nothing happened. He was like fucking Thanos on the battlefield when he thought he had his silly glove on. And nothing happened. And then Vix walks in, Tony Stark style, that says, I got this. And fucking snaps the bitch. Vix messaged us in officer chat to explain what happened and provided evidence of the whisper. And we were so confused. Spoilers, it's the highest grossing movie of all time. I'm pretty sure most people have seen it. It was like, what, $10 billion or something ridiculous? $2 billion? What the hell was going on? Everybody was just so confused. We sent messages to General Lucifer to find out what the deal was. But found he had blocked every single person in the guild. Except me. Please say it's not because you're a girl. That's so sad. Please say it's not that. Oh, God. Don't make me hate this guy even more. There's still a chance. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way this turbo loser is like, I'll block everybody but the only girl in the guild. That'll make her talk to me. I saw that he'd sent me a message on the Battle.net and wanted to talk. A meeting has been arranged. So despite being angry, furious, I decided to play it cool and try to get to the bottom of what the fuck is even going on. So I replied politely, asked if he was okay and what's going on. But he immediately went off at me, ranting and raving about how much he hated Vix, how he was toxic. He refused to listen when I explained that he could have the guild leader title back whenever he wanted. And that all he had to do was ask if he wanted to come back and be GM. I could sense I was maybe about to crack through. Maybe I was about to get some answers. I immediately called the officers into a voice call, explained what was happening, and continued the conversation, relaying what was being said back to Vix and the others. I asked General Lucifer for evidence of Vix's betrayal. And why had he not said anything if that was going on? But of course none existed, and he refused to give a straight answer. He then told me that he had come up with a master plan to fix all our problems. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. He's got a master plan, everybody. Step back. Step back and watch. The master plan's about to be revealed. He's come up with this, yeah. He's come up with a master plan. No problem. All right. He was going to create a new guild on a more populated server and use it to recruit and encourage new guild members to transfer to our current server. You're going to go to another server, recruit people, and convince them to pay money to move servers to the other guild. That's the master plan. All right. Good luck. I think he might be lying. I agree. I think he might be lying too. I actually don't think he's lying. This strikes me as somebody who has dug a hole so deep that there's just no way out. He doesn't want to move the guild. He wants to stay in control. He doesn't want to alienate all these people. He's just fucking dug himself to Australia, and now there's no way out, and now it's just unraveled into a web of nonsense. What the fuck? How do I get out of this? I have no idea. I immediately, of course, called him out and asked, why does the guild message of the day say that the guild itself is moving then? People are leaving the guild because of it as we speak. General Lucifer said that he believed that the guild message of the day would be the least toxic way to drive out toxic people like Vix. There's a level of genius here that I simply can't appreciate. He's operating on levels beyond us all. Like, it is just mega mind at this point. He is so far ahead of wherever we could be. I asked him why he didn't just pull the officers into a chat and explain this, or just kick Vix from the guild to begin with, you know? But he had no response to these obvious solutions because, of course, he was absolutely full of shit. He insisted that Vix was manipulating all of us, that he had yoinked 800,000 gold from him that General Lucifer had left for us, so we wouldn't need the guild bank. But Vix later provided us with screenshots in the form of private chat logs that no such gold had ever been exchanged, only the 300k given to another officer that I mentioned earlier. General Lucifer then asked that I remain in the guild as the head officer going into Dragonflight because I was the only one he trusted. Oh, isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet? Wow. Out of all the people in the entire guild, just you, the only girl, is the only person he trusts. Unbelievable. I mean, it's a coincidence to be sure. I'm sure it is just coincidental, but it is that way. He then reiterated, though, that he was not going to play Dragonflight. All right, here's the plan. I'm going to go to another server. I'm going to start a new guild. I'm going to recruit people. I'm going to convince them to move to our guild over here where I've kicked everybody and just left you. And I'm not going to play the expansion. All in all, I think I've completely got this under control. Everything is fine. It's all good. As you can imagine, I politely declined this most generous offer. I told him in the most Oh, God, you went full mum on him? I told him in the most condescending way possible that I don't approve of his behavior. Oof. Oh, that hurts, actually. That hurts way more than you being a dickhead. That's cold. I don't approve of your behavior. Especially after his behavior with that new guild member. He responded to this, though, despite never introducing himself to that new guild member, that he hated him. And he would have kicked him in the moment he started playing the game again. I'm not known to have that much of a backbone, to be honest. But hearing him speak that way about someone in the guild after he made me an officer and asked me to look after everyone, I saw red. Oh, you've upset Mummy. Oh, no. I told him that he was a child. Oh, no. Oh, if he would kick someone from our guild for so much as politely disagreeing with him about something as silly as a paladin beta talent tree, and I refused to be an officer in a guild where the guild leader wasn't man enough to tell the truth. Oh, God, I can feel my dick shrinking. And felt like keeping secrets and kicking guild members for stupid reasons was acceptable behavior. Oof. I thanked him for all he had done for me in the past, but clarified that I would be leaving the guild with the others, and we would continue raiding in Dragonflight without him. There was a pause. And then sarcastically, General Lucifer bid me farewell and blocked me on Battle.net. Yeah, well, whatever. I didn't even want him to be in the guild. Blocked! Oh! Owned her! Owned her! Last word, this guy. Check it out. Who got the last word? You? You? No? No? This guy. Got him. Loser. Nailed it. I, of course, left contracts for us along with everyone else. And if General Lucifer's plans to not return for Dragonflight are true, left that guild to crash and burn. The days that followed this exchange were rocky as we had to form the new guild, re-invite everyone who was staying with us, because of course they were, and basically start over from scratch. And I'm honestly gutted to see a once good friend and great GM fall from grace. I still suspect something happened IRL. No. I think it was just a power trip, don't you? I think it was a total power trip. I think this guy wanted that guild to die so he could go on for something else, and it just, nothing he thought was real was real. A completely deluded narcissist. That's what I think it is. A totally deluded narcissist who felt that he was just the absolute god of the guild, and without him, you were all losers. That's how it feels to me. He was a good friend. He made us all feel safe and valued within the guild. I think he was lying to you. I do. I think he was bullshitting you. I think he liked the attention that you guys felt that way about him. I wonder where it all went wrong. Part of me wishes I'd reached out sooner and been more patient in those last days. Nah. As I sometimes worry that maybe he was having issues in real life that clouded his judgment. I felt that way at the beginning, but now I don't. I don't think so. But I guess we'll never know. Regardless, the new guild is doing extremely well, and Vike is our new guild master, Giga Chad. With myself and the other two officers retaining our previous roles, the guild has since recruited several more new members during the pre-patch and early Dragonflight. We've cleared normal Vault of the Incarnates and are currently pushing Heroic. Thank you for reading our little tale. I hope you enjoyed it on a nice Friday afternoon. Apologies that it's a long one. Oh no, we enjoyed it. The words include as many details as possible. It's the details that make drama stories important. The details are what we always lack. Those little things. The details allowed me to change my opinion of your once great guild master. A lovely story to finish our week on. Diablo 4 is approaching. any moment. I hope I get to play a little bit tonight. I am with my son for tonight and tomorrow, so I'm going to have a fun time with my youngest son. I've got some alone time. Daddy weekend. Daddy weekend. I'm excited for it. If you've got any stories to share with us, please send them in to drama@preachgaming.com. Just throw us that email and we will check them out for you. We look forward to them from any MMO. Doesn't matter. Or just online adventures in general. We'd love to hear from you. For those of you who are currently gathering in Holland, the Netherlands, for a big old Crawlercon weekend, I miss you all. I hope you have a great time. I'm sad I can't be there, but we will see each other again soon. And for everyone else, have a great weekend. It's been an awesome week. Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns expansion begins on Monday. It's been too long since we carried on, and we will be continuing on Monday with our exploration of Guild Wars 2. So have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.